because we're getting out here so far. Alright, there's a lot of leverage and stuff like that. Boy, is that really does look nice. The zone there, the heat and everything else. I don't know, it's doing pretty good. I was just wondering about bringing in the center here and how effective this would really be in any support. If it just eliminates an accident, that would be great. So it's not going to hurt anything to go ahead. I think to like I was saying, that weld might be shrinking that down. Feels a little smoother. Let's just see. Well, it really may have shrunk in. Okay. See, now I'm not going to get that in there. We're going to go ahead, and I feel confident we're just going to have to plug away with it. I'll have to mic that up. To get done with this cut. Okay, now we're out past the end of the flat and we're just hitting the two corner ears. Okay, we just came to the end. And you can see all the way around this edge here is a real gloss circle, like an outline. And same thing in the heat affected zone on each side of the weld. Just a couple areas where it didn't quite fill out the weld prep that I put in there, but I'm still happy with that. Alright, we got to mic this up because our piece isn't quite fitting in there. And let's go ahead and pull this off. I'm going to vacuum up this area right here because this was really some hot scale on that face there. Okay, in the bore here, we're reading like 5 or 6 thousandths over, and a couple places out here I'm getting almost that. I'm getting like 3.5 or 4, but there's one place here that I'm getting down to like 1 or 2 thousandths over the 5 inches. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my I'm going to put my boring bar in here and see if I can take a shadow cut, meaning just take off the high spots and not get out to the full diameter, and see if I can get away with that. We just want to make sure that we don't bind on that pin, and we also want to have the same clearance throughout our whole sleeve to the pin. And I know my pin might be a little bit on the thou or so fat side. Right there, I'm gonna let that run in for a little bit there. See what that looks like, and this is just, it'll make a shadow of the high, and then I can mic across that. And I should see it fade away after the 1 inch of width of that ring right there. I can double check that run out about 1 inch in, but it does look like it's fading out right now. I'm gonna put a Sharpie mark right on my dial here, so I know where that's at. We should be able to see it because alright, right there's our cut, and right there's the hollow. Alright, now let's see. First off, I'm going to see what we have straight across here. Because like I said, one area we had pretty close to what we're supposed to have. There it is there, 5. Now what do we have? Going across here. And we have like 3. Our whole problem is we weren't able to put this in. And now it'll go in. I just got it cocked. You know what I mean? Okay. Okay. I'm going to stick my indicator in here and dial in here, see if I can pick a little bit more out of this. Okay, we're in 1 inch or so. It's so hard to say. It's like within 1,000th right there. Alright. We're in past our cut right there. That's running within 1,000. What are we running out here? We do have a plus about 2 right there. Okay, let's see. Okay, we got a +2 right there. Alright, let's see if that's where we're skipping at. Okay, we were skipping across there, but now we're skipping in here. Let's see. And we can take our dial right to the same number there, and it should be skipping again. Okay, and it is skipping right there at our dimension right there. All right, let's see what we got right here. And we got 3, and across here we got 6. So I'm gonna take 1,000. If I feed it in and it seems a bit aggressive as I get in there, I'm gonna go ahead and feed it out. And I'm gonna do that by putting a dashboard gauge up here also. And one thing you want to make sure is that your dashboard gauge is not going to be sticking out here, and I don't think there's a problem with that. Okay, we're going to come in here. We're going to put in the feed, and then we're going to add the extra thousandths on here, and there it is right there. It was that simple. Okay, I think I'm going to be real happy with that, because I know that it took off a high spot right there, and you can see how it's wide here and there, so it kind of faded out. That there was, you know, I mean, of course that was with my dialing. Alright, I have a feeling if this fits, then my pin fits. And I put a good taper on the leading edge of my pin. Alright, let's get the next one in here. I'm happy with this, and I'm happy that I went in there and kind of massaged the bumps from the walling contracting right there, and got it pretty round. Alright, I got the second one in here and dialed it in, and the same thing, shadow, there's a shadow cut right there and right here, almost 2 straight across from each other. Alright, yeah, I was running the same problem, and I dialed it in. I just started out, and I wanted to go ahead and do this one right off the bat, so as we're coming across the face we could put in that other piece. Okay, this is 3, and across from it is 6, and in here is 7 there, and 5 there. And what did we say we were right in here? We were like 3. I think I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to take an additional 1/1000 and we're going to see how she'll do. Alright. Shadow. So if it goes in a little ways and then starts tapering out, it's going to be great. It does look like it's getting fainter. Excellent. Okay, now she's faded out. This is nice. Right there, it was just rubbing, but it's not, it doesn't have any lip or anything else in there. And now we should be equal, pretty much 5 or 6 thousandths over right here. And we're like 4.5 there. See if I can squeeze another one out of here. Yeah, 4.5 comfortably. Alright, now can we get this in here? Yeah. Okay. I'm happy. Alright, we're going to set it up and we're going to come across and we're going to clean this face as well. Alright, as I was boring and facing those 2 sleeves out, I came up and I said, you know what, all we need to do is register 5" true, and we can use the butt ends of my jaws, which I've done this before, and they are real nice. I got to thinking about the mat track project and the hubs that I took some 5" round and created the hubs, and I'm not going to do anything to destroy these things for mat track projects, but I'll be able to put this right in there, and this will shoulder against there, and I'll tighten it down there so that puts tension on the jaws. And then this is actually a little bit larger than 5", and I can go ahead and take a real light skim on this and make it 100% true. And then we have a receiver plug right here that we can run the flange in here, and we'll put in our bell center cone plate on the other end there, and we're ready to turn them. So I thought that was pretty neat. All right, we started skimming here. We're touching right here. We had some run out in here, but we're measuring across here, and it's like 10, and then you measure here, and it's like 5 right on the money. So what we have is we have one spot that's sticking up there, and that's kind of what we're knocking off here. Taking just a little bit more, and let's see what we got here. Okay, we're like 7 over. I'm gonna put auto feed on here. Okay, now it's cutting in a couple spots, and these two spots are straight across from each other, so this is true diameter, and we're at 5 inches 5, and we know that that's going to be a little tight on our bore. Let's go ahead and check it with our micrometers here, because they are the measuring tool. These other things are just okay. See, I'm measuring 2.5 thousandths right now, and then the bore I'm reading about 3. I'm going to take another thousandth off of there. Okay, I think we got like 3 spots there now. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, right there looks good. I'm miking up like 1 over. Alright, let's see if we can get the sleeve on here. Okay, and gotta get a rag to wipe this one out a little bit. Okay, first off we're going to slip it on this side right here. Okay, now we're going to put this in here, because I know this is going to self-align that, and we can go ahead, bring this in a little bit here. Alright, we're going to tension this. Now this should pick up that, makes that go in, makes that go in. We're 100% locked up right there, and we got clearance there for right now. Okay, we're going to be I don't know if we're going to move our tailstock or whatever we're going to have to do, because we got to make sure that our carriage clears this on this side, and we have enough room to get the tool bit back on that side right there. Right now, no feed. We're going to roll it over by hand. Okay, let's see how it looks spinning in here. And of course, we don't want enormous amount of speed, because we're swinging off center here. Let's see what this looks like. Okay. Now it's probably, I remember our turning speed's probably that or 1 down from there. But that looks nice and true. We get a little bit of running out here, because we know that this wasn't running true with our ID anyway. But the bell and this is turning nice and true. This is turning true over here. Alright. Okay, that's about as far as we can turn there. Hate that, I just picked up a sliver in the pointy part of my finger. Alright. And we've got to watch our clearance back there. Alright, and I like that. That's cool. And that's cool down there. We need to pick up about 2 inches, it looks like. 2.5 inches. 2.5 inches. That's going to make our spindle stick out 2.5 inches more. So it's going to be like sticking out 5 inches there. Any other way? No, it don't look like it. Okay. I'm going to stick it out until we can come back and just barely get in there, and that looks like it right there. And it brought us out to 5, so we're not extremely, we still have a good part of the spindle inside, and still looks good there. Alright, and we're going to give it some feed here, and let's see what we are on our diameter. Okay, we got roughly 100 thousandths. Let's try taking 25 aside and see what we get here. And 25. There we go. Chips aren't wanting to break. I just had to undo one from the rag, and it just bit me a little bit right there. Clear off our work table here a little bit. Kind of coming off golden and then turning colors. Yeah, it's leaking pretty good. Alright, we just took this into our other room and we wire wheeled and cleaned our bores so we could actually try one of ours. Now, I mic this up and I get anywhere from 630 to about 614, 615. And what I did is I went in and I turned our diameter 10 thousandths over because we want to try to get rid of some of that slop, but still have some clearance for some grease and stuff in there. And you can kind of see a gap here and a gap here, that's where it's been working. And they're going to be welding this piece back in similar position because it has grease holes that line up and feed the face right here and the bore right there. So that grease hole's got to line up. They're going to do all the cleanup and all the prep, and that's their choice. All right, so my deal was just the 2 sleeves and the pin. And I talked to him and we decided to go ahead and make a larger diameter here to get rid of some of the play, and that's what we did. Alright, we're getting ready. We're gonna knock off the other one, and they're gonna try this in all the rest of them, and I can bring this back and I can skim it down some more if they need to, but I'm pretty sure the whole rest of the jaw assembly has got similar wear. Right, we got our last one in here for the last final skim on the cut here. We're 100 thousandths off on the diameter, or over on the diameter, and we're all locked in here. We'll get it spinning. Get a little dab of oil on here. we're still on the same side of this insect here, this Kennemental. Of course, we haven't been really hogging on it. Well, we had some 50 thousandths cuts or so. And this cut here is only going to be 25 thousandths on the side here. We're going to try to knock half of what we need to take off of here in one cut. Alright, so there's 25 thousandths right there. Here we go. Try to get the chips hanging over the front here and then weighted to the ground. Then they kind of like pull themselves away as it's going. Every once in a while I just give it a helping hand, kind of keep it cleared off. Keeps them manageable. When we get close to there, I try to break off my run of chips and get them out off the floor so they don't drag in and wrap around. If that's going to happen, I like to keep it down to a minimum. This is what 4140 heat treat, quenched and tempered, cuts like. Here's the last thing we're gonna do, and that's come in with our D&MP. Actually, I think it's a D&MG I got in here right now, and we're just breaking that edge right there. And I think that's about as much as we broke it on the other one there. And then we're just gonna hit it with a little paper right here. There we go. Alright, we're ready to take this one out and try it, and we're going to try the slide-on fit on the pin, and this job is ready to go out the door. Alright, actually I think we need to just wipe this whole thing down just so we can get it. We're going to slide our sleeves all the way in position on here, and okay, and that sounds good. Right, let's flip this side here so we can move our block here. Okay. Lower it down. Okay. Okay, why is it sticking there? Find out. Got something in there or what? might be diameter. We might have to polish them off of there. Okay, well, it looked like a little spot right in here. But I tell you what, it's making all the same all the way down there. So actually, we're checking it that way, but we're not checking it this way. Well, it's still gliding over there. Yeah, one little snug spot there, but it's just right on the money there. Well, definitely you couldn't ask for any closer fit than that. All right, let's get the other sleeve on here. Make sure I wipe this all out. Okay, here we go. Alright, and then the collar goes on here. This will go like that. Actually, these flange on the inside here. So what the frig was I doing? Let's put it on backwards. Okay. And I'm just putting the two flats down here, so there we go. Awesome. I want to thank you for watching the Crusher series, and I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did in creating it. Thanks for the comments and all the shares. That's really neat because this is not the only way you can handle a job, but this is the way I do handle this particular job at the particular time that it comes in. One of the main questions in a comment was, hey, are we going to get to see this thing in operation? And I've just got through talking with one of the guys from Robert R. And we're working on another project, but this project came up in conversation. And he says the jaw assembly is completely put together, but the excavator has been, this whole last year, been off on a job and is getting ready to come back here soon to the plant, and then they will be putting on these pair of jaws, and they are going to be putting into action on a giant pile that they've been collecting of debris that needs to be crushed, and we will have an invitation to come on over there and check it out. So until then, get her done.